there, it's real, it's hurting people. But you say, there, but for the grace of God go I. I could have done that. I still could. So as Jesus forgave sinner after sinner after sinner, I don't want to say tolerate sin, but we tolerate the sinner. We understand what they're going through, and the destruction and the punishment, the greatest punishment there is the sin. And if they don't come to Christ, the eternal punishment. So that's the bitterness of myrrh. The bitterness of the memory of the hurt, of the regret. And we, as they brought myrrh to Christ, the child Christ, we are to bring our bitterness and our sorrow to Christ, our sadness over what we've done wrong, over the ones we've hurt, and we are to lay them at His feet. And He accepts them and forgives them because He suffered a bitter death on the cross for our sins. It cost a lot, the punishment we deserve, which by faith we have forgiveness by that amazing grace. The bitter things in our lives, my friends, are an appropriate gift to Jesus. He wants them. Do not be afraid to bring them to Jesus. How often in our pride and shame we say, well, I don't want to bother Him with this. You know, He's God, He's very busy. He created the universe. I don't want to bother Him with this hurt I'm feeling right now, this pain. I'll just bear it, I'll hold it. When Jesus Himself said, come unto me, all who are burdened and heavy laden, bring it to me. Even the bitter memories, even the regrets, bring them to me. I will take them off you. I don't want you as a believer going around heavy laden, covered with guilt, heavy with guilt. First of all, I love you, and secondly, you're of no use to God when you're like that. Crying about your guilt and your shame. Of course you shouldn't forget it. But Jesus said, bring it to me. Bring the bitter to me. Don't be afraid. Anger, hurt, regret. He's God. He can take it. He's a big boy. Don't worry. I take everything to God. Everything. Every thought, every temptation, every doubt. I'm talking to Him all the time. And He's listening and answering. That's what He wants. That's why He came as a person. It's not some God way out yonder who can't relate to you. He came as a person. So the Magi's gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh are very important. But the Magi, the wise men we call them, brought something even more important than their possessions, their gold and frankincense and myrrh to give to Jesus. They brought themselves. God sent them to His Son. They brought what they were to baby Jesus. And what were they? Magi means Eastern, Middle Eastern and Eastern, India, China, Eastern. Magi means Eastern magician, astrologer, alchemist, followers of Zoroaster, a pagan mystic, spiritist, magic. Spooky stuff. Fortune teller. From Persia originally and now Iran. This mystic spiritism spread throughout Asia and the Middle East and China. A shaman, a wizard, or a witch. Of the dark arts. Their symbol was what is called a cross potent. You've seen that symbol. It's of Eastern magic and power, but of a dark kind. These mystic mystics use stars and sorcery to predict the future and to control others.